Have you ever had a bad dream?
Yes.
Where you've thought, thank goodness that wasn't reality.
Yes.
What if you're dreaming right now? I don't mean that you're literally asleep. But what if you're not experiencing reality or life to the degree that you could? I'm going to talk about a book that explores this. And it's called One Blade of Grass. And it's by Henry Shukman. And in the book it details events from his life from when he was a wee child into adolescence and then into adulthood, where he explores the transformative practice of Zen. Zen is a deep and philosophical spiritual tradition that emphasizes seeing through thought to experience reality directly. And it does this primarily through Zen meditation. And Shukman talks in the book about how he developed a daily Zen meditation practice. He practiced with community, he practiced with a teacher, and he went on countless week-long Zen meditation retreats. And he described how his legs were on fire with pain well into one of these retreats, because he was sitting cross-legged all day for multiple days. And not only that, there was a barrage of distracting thoughts going through his mind, such as, why are you even here? If your parents saw you here right now, they would be so disappointed in you. Until suddenly, like a flick of a switch, the pain that he was experiencing was no longer his pain. The distracting thoughts going through his mind were no longer his thoughts. The story of Henry Shukman was revealed to be just that, a story. What Shukman is talking about here in the book is that Zen practice can be a catalyst for the relinquishment of one's sense of self. And he talks about in the book how important that experience was, and it wasn't just this isolated experience, he had several deepening ones. And he says that it's important for him because so much of our suffering is bound up with what I want, what I need, how does this affect me? But when we let that go to some extent or completely, there's more peace than grasping. And not only that, he talks about how when one has an experience like this, there's an inherent and enduring compassion that's revealed. Because we're not so bound up with what I want, what I need, how does this affect me? The boundary between ourselves and the world collapses. It's a kind of mystical experience he's talking about, which can be practiced, to be sustained. And in this kind of experience, because there is this collapse of boundary, this oneness, this non-separation, to help oneself is to help the whole, it's to help everything. And in that is everyone. Now, even if you're thinking this sounds awfully soporific, that is, you're getting drowsy because it bores you to death what I'm talking about, don't worry about it, because I still recommend you check out the book, because it's written in such a wonderfully engaging way that you'll be locked in about you, even if you don't care about the subject matter. The other great thing about it is that Shukman isn't a monk from Japan or China or India. He's a guy just like you and me from England who found this practice, explored it, and is now reporting his experiences. So in that sense, it's relatable and inspiring. Another reason to check it out. And if you're like me, it might even be a catalyst for you to go and find a Zen center, a Zen teacher, and start on this path yourself. And if you do, who knows what you'll discover about yourself. And maybe what there is to discover is no more grand than one blade of grass.